Hey, what's up everybody? Tony with La Lita Loca. I'm here with Loca Health and Wellness. No more walking for weight loss, but that's exactly what we're gonna try to do today. It's Mile Monday. I'm here at the park next to my house. It's been a while since I walked a mile, so this will probably take us well over 20 minutes. So lace up your walking shoes, get ready to do some walking in place if you're at work. Join me in the gym. Let's just get active together. Mile Monday. Here we go. So it's been a while since we've been on a walk, and wow, to say it's been busy in the life of La Lita Loca and the life of Jenny and I would be an understatement. I think since I started this channel, I had a lot of travel, which I can't complain about the travel. I mean, it's what we do. But we stacked it up in a way where we had month after month of travel, and it's been something else, man. It's really easy to get in this cycle of staying busy and just trying to get stuff done, and you don't focus on other things. So here we go. Let's get focused again. I tell you what, this is a field that's fairly close to where I live, and for the longest time they did not mow it. They just had this open path, like you can see the dirt path there. They had this path, and you would walk through here and you'd be kind of like knee deep in weeds and afraid that you were gonna get ticks, and all this was grown up over here. But yeah, they've made a nice open path, which is pretty cool. And even on the other side, we're gonna cross a little bridge in a minute, and they've got a nice kind of overflow pond. This area is an area in Charlotte that is susceptible to flooding. And so the civil engineers have tried to negate some of that flooding by building an overflow pond. And it's probably only been here for a couple years, but since they built it, no major flooding. But yeah, so I'm wearing shorts today. It's been cold in Charlotte, but somehow today, 63 degrees. Now, it's about 4 o'clock and the sun is going down. So I anticipate it's gonna get cold really quick. I'm pretty sure the ground's cold, and so we got some ambient heat today because of the sun, but it's not gonna last. Fortunately, we're just a couple days from Thanksgiving. We're gonna be leaving here soon to go down to Florida, spend Thanksgiving with Jenny's mom. And then a few days after that, we're getting on a cruise ship. So pretty excited about that. One of my favorite places to walk is on the cruise. And so hopefully we can do some walking on the cruise. I tell you what, man, I felt like I was in pretty decent walking shape a few months ago, but I'm barely into this thing and I'm having trouble breathing already. Whew. Got to keep with it every day, I guess. Maybe that's the plan. It doesn't take long. I've said that before. 20 minutes to walk a mile. Might as well do it. Now, we could go explore over in that area a little bit, but that takes us to the houses. I really wanted to spend some time walking around the old overflow pond, especially since they've got it mowed. I'm so excited. When I was walking over here during the summer, it was a lot more treacherous. I always felt like I was gonna get eaten by a mosquito or get some sort of weird sickness because of mosquitoes. To say I'm not much of an outdoorsman would be an understatement. And so, yeah, I don't like mosquito bites and ticks, and so I'm really glad that I think part of it is because this is a certified wildlife habitat. So I think there is some restrictions on how much grooming they can do, but it seems like they've stepped it up a little bit. Ooh. It's a nice little, it's not too cold. I feel pretty good. Yeah, this is awesome. Just wide open. Lots of room to walk. Let's see, how we doing? How you guys doing? All right, 4 minutes in. Says that we've walked almost 2/10 of a mile. So yeah, 5 more of those. We'll be well into the 20s. This terrain's a little rough too. You can't necessarily move expeditiously. When I walked here a lot during the summer, I wasn't hitting I never hit below 20 minutes for the mile. First time I hit that below 20-minute mile is when I was at that greenway where it was all paved, and really easy to get a stride going. This is a little, I don't want to say it's hiking. There's not like an incline, but the terrain requires you to be careful with your feet so you don't step in a hole or anything. Many of you know that our goal is to make the move down to Florida, and I'm really excited to go down to Florida and find some interesting places to walk around. There's a lot down there, obviously, that I've never explored because I haven't lived there, so I'm looking forward to seeing what that is all about. Oh, I hate when I start over again. It's like the body's like, no, look, dude, you've really practiced being sedentary. It's like, where's the couch? Where's your desk chair? Why you moving your legs? Do you guys feel like that? I definitely feel like that at the moment, but ain't nothing to it but to do it. No pain, no gain. My mom was an aerobics instructor back in the 80s, and that's when that saying was big. And my mom was like she was a really great aerobics instructor, and she had the whole look, but yeah, she would, no pain, no gain. Whew. And the sun's starting to set down behind the trees over there. Here's a look at the Overflow pond. So we're just gonna keep making laps around this pond until we hit the 1 mile mark. I think it's too cold to sweat though, but you never know. I have to kick it up a little bit, get my sweat on. So I'm super hesitant to set like walking goals or calorie goals or anything like that, because I feel like it's in those moments that I rebel against the process. It's twofold, right? Part of me really likes hey, I'm gonna achieve a goal, I'm gonna walk 10,000 steps in a day. But then the double-edged sword part of that is that first day that I don't hit 10,000 steps, I'm like, well, this was dumb. Why did I set that goal? So forget the goal. I won't do anything anymore. I think maybe some more broad goals would be the way to go. Just commit to like a half hour of exercise each day. I'm really thinking about intermittent fasting. In the beginning of that losing 30 pounds, I was using intermittent fasting and a reduced carb diet, and I really lost some weight. And the intermittent fasting makes sense, the conversation about your insulin and how that affects your weight. But I don't know, I had trouble just sticking to the keto diet. I had some things that started ailing me in my body. And so what is ridiculous is now that I'm back at 348, I feel pretty good. Where when I was down that 30 pounds, whatever the process was to get me there, I didn't feel very good. So I don't know. I don't know what that means in the scheme of things, but yeah. All right, this is looking pretty dark. I've got a filter on my camera to block out the sun. So let me take a second. I'm not gonna stop the camera. Let me just turn it around. I'm gonna remove the filter. Hang with me. What's up, everybody? Okay, here we go. I'm coming in for the filter. Oh, how about that? Maybe that'll give us a little more light on the subject, but yeah, what do we got? Well, I got your attention here. 8 minutes and 50 seconds. My heart rate, 127 BPM. That's pretty high. I'm not conditioned, not even half a mile yet, 0.37. All right, back to the scenery. See ya. I'm gonna try not to say it a lot, but I love that they've mowed this down because this area is so much more usable than when it was just a path with overgrown weeds. So I'm kind of excited. Man, it's still pretty dark when we go into this way, even without the without the filter. The sun is setting. So what would be a cool conversation for November the 25th? Let's talk about, is it wrong to talk about food while we're trying to get some exercise in? It's Thanksgiving. Of course you have to talk about food. Let's have a conversation in the comments. What is your Thanksgiving jam? What is your favorite food for Thanksgiving? I'm not a big fan of the turkey. My family always had turkey and ham. I really like the sides even better than the turkey. I love stuffing, but much to some of my family's chagrin, I like box stuffing better than homemade stuffing. I love stovetop stuffing. And my dear grandmother, gosh, I love her. My dear grandmother, she used to drive her crazy that I would always ask her to make me box stuffing when her cornbread dressing was famous. Had big chunks of eggs in it. That took it off the table for me. But does my grandma Dora. And then my grandma Barnett, she would always make for me cream cheese with walnuts in it, spread over celery. Such a simple dish, but that's one of those dishes that screams Thanksgiving to me. And then my old man, who was gone, one of his favorite things at the house was always to have that bowl of mixed nuts. And I can still see him home from work, sitting in his favorite chair with the nutcracker, doing his best to get a complete nut out of Brazil nut. And that carries over into my adult life. I feel super accomplished when I can shell a Brazil nut and get the whole nut out. So yeah, good Thanksgiving memories. Then of course with my darling wife, Jenny, she always makes an antipasta for Thanksgiving, super delicious. And she really turned me on to stuffed mushrooms. I always look forward to Thanksgiving for stuffed mushrooms. So can't wait to see what the spread is like down there in Florida this year. I don't think I've ever been on a cruise ship around Thanksgiving. I'd have to think about it, but we're going to be on the cruise ship a few days after Thanksgiving, and I'm interested to see if, since it's going at the end of November and into December, if there will be Christmas decorations. I would think there will be, so I'm interested to see what the cruise ship looks like for Christmas. Should be pretty fun. We're going on a Carnival cruise ship, the Carnival Sunrise, out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So should be a good time. Should be a good time. This bridge almost marks the first lap for us. Let's see where we're at after one lap. How you guys doing? Hopefully you're breathing better than I am. Holy moly, kids. 12 minutes, 42 seconds. 128 minute heart rate, beats per minute. And we're over half a mile. We're halfway there. That's cool. Whew. Mile Monday is not going to be 19 minutes. But that's good. Gotta get them steps in. Whew. So what are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? What's your tradition? Is everybody a turkey traditional Thanksgiving, or do you have some sort of cool, not that turkey isn't cool, I mean turkey has a drug in it that will make you fall asleep, or a chemical in it, so I mean in its own right that's kind of cool. But what do you guys do? Do you watch football? I know a lot of people, like Jenny's dad, they would always go to the movies on Thanksgiving, and so yeah, a lot of cool stuff, a lot of cool traditions. Whew. Feeling pretty good. It's interesting, the prospect of moving out of Charlotte. We moved here in 2015, over 4 years ago. And so that's a pretty long time to live somewhere. And we've talked about it in other places. Came down here for a job. I had a great achievement with that job, and then it soured for me. I ended up leaving the job and running my own little small business for a while. Finished up some schooling, did some consulting, and then started cruising. And I think Charlotte's necessary for that journey. And then there were some great things that happened with our kids because of Charlotte. So I don't regret Charlotte, but it definitely has the feeling that it's time to move on. I'm super excited for Jenny. If you guys are new here and you don't know my wife, Jenny worked a lot of different jobs in her life, and most recently super successful as a marketing director for a small property management company here in Charlotte. And the company, fortunately, was able to sell its properties, and that was a good thing. But the challenging part is that it made Jenny's job go away. But I think, again, all things happen for a reason. I think that was what we needed to make her do travel full time. And she's been doing, that girl works, man, like from sun up to sundown into the evening. And so I'm excited for her to just focus on travel, because she's killing it part-time, helping a lot of people, being very successful, making sure people are able to travel without much hassle. And now she's gonna get to focus on that full-time. So super excited about that. Whoo, how we feeling? Are you guys walking still? It's so crazy how the body just, you kind of lose the little bit of fitness that you have. Not that I had a great amount of fitness, but I guess the muscles atrophy a little bit and they don't want to do it. The respiratory system, got to keep it in motion, I suppose. I guess the experts are correct. I think I'll miss this place to walk, though. It's very nice now that they have it all cut down. Wow, this flock of birds were not there the last time we were here. I don't know what kind of birds these are, but there's a mess of them. Kind of want to run through the birds, but they're gonna move before I get there. Look at them. Bye-bye, birdie. How we doing? 16 minutes, 53 seconds, 124 beats per minute. Oh, I'm getting conditioned a little bit. Whoops. My watch is not cooperating. Hold on. Let's see how we're doing. Stop for a second. Keep moving. All right. 0.73 miles. All right, guys. All right. 17 minutes in and we're 3/4 of a mile. That's not bad. I do think this is the key. Having someplace that you can walk that's got like enough distance to it to where you don't feel like you're repeating the same sections over and over. I like the fact that we can do 2 laps here and almost get our mile in. It doesn't seem that repetitive, that redundant. There were times when we first started, I wouldn't leave the house. I would just walk up the hallway. I think my front door to my back wall of my apartment is only like less than 100 feet. So it takes a bit to walk a mile that way, but I was doing it. But I like this better. Ooh. See what it looks like with the sun at our back. How you guys doing? I'm probably all darkened out. But no, this is cool. Getting some steps in, getting our fitness back. We're not waiting until the beginning of the year. So no time like the present. If you're holding off for something, go ahead and start today and get some steps or get a little exercise, however you do it. I guess the main thing is to stay moving. And trust me, I haven't done great at it, but let's do it together. All right, enough of me, back to the thing. Here we go. It's nice and peaceful. It's the other cool thing about here, if you just need some place for some solace, even though we're fairly close to the heart of the city, you can come out here and get a little peace and quiet, get some stillness. I'm pretty sure somebody's hit a mile by now. Way to go. Keep walking with me. Make the turn up here. We'll be in the home stretch. Let's see what we got. 0.84 miles. We barely over 1/10 of a mile left. It's gonna happen. The overflow pond. It does say no swimming, so I don't necessarily know what that means it overflows with. But during the summer, there are ducks and geese that live on it, so they survive the water apparently. I'm still not swimming in it. I wish I had known it was only 2 laps at the beginning. I would have told you so that you could have been excited about that too. Let's get excited. We're in a home stretch. We're just going back to the bridge where it all began. Feels pretty far away though, but it's not. Let's walk out here a little bit. It's a little muddy on that inside track. I know there are places that already have a decent amount of snow on the ground. We're pretty fortunate here in Charlotte. We usually only get snow maybe in January and February, and then it doesn't last long. So I can only remember 2 or 3 snows since I've been here. When I was a kid in the Midwest, we used to have some serious snow, and it didn't seem to affect anybody. I don't ever remember getting out of school in Illinois because of snow. But when I lived in Nashville, if it looked like snow, they would close the roads. And obviously that's because they're not really equipped to handle it. The infrastructure is not in place. Starting to get chilly now. What's it looking like? How you guys doing? All right, 0.96 miles, we're getting close. 22.21 seconds. Says we're going to do a mile in 23 minutes, so getting close. Ooh, the heart rate's up though. I do feel a little sweaty, a little heavy breathed. 131 beats per minute. Final push, a little incline there. Ooh. No swimming, no fishing. Ooh. All right. Getting close. The final push. Ooh, the watch said we did it in 1 mile, 23 minutes and 5 seconds. Nope, I'm sorry, 23:05. 23:05. All right, let's walk to the bridge though. I can't just give up. We still got to go somewhere. Might as well go to the bridge. Did you get your mile? I'm sure you did. And if you didn't, that's fine. If you moved around for 20 minutes, that's fine. If you moved around for 10 minutes, that's fine. I guess the goal is to get up out of your seat and move your feet. This area is really muddy over here. I don't know. It's marshy. Do you hear it? Martian? Ooh. All right. Made it back to the bridge. 23:04, 23:05. I don't know. Let's hit the old watch. All right, so I've stopped the watch. 24 minutes walking, 23:05 for the mile. How did you do? Did you keep moving? is all I can take. But man, you got to start somewhere. Thank you so much for stopping by for Mile Monday. Thanks for walking with me. I hope you got some steps in. I hope you got active. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving coming up. Again, this is Tony for Loka Health and Wellness. And until the next walk, I'll see you out in the park. What should we say for the walking? I don't know, but we'll see you the next time. Hit the like button, tell a friend, subscribe. Bye. Happy Thanksgiving. Bye.